Welcome to NoteFull's overview of the TOEFL reading section. Our goal is to build your confidence and walk you through the TOEFL reading section so that by the end of this video you can improve your score. So I hope you're excited. Let's go ahead and begin. The TOEFL reading is going to be the first section that you get on the TOEFL, and the maximum score possible is 30 points. Now on this TOEFL reading section you're going to get 3 to 4 reading passages to complete. Everyone's going to get 3, but some of you are going to get 4. Now, if you do get 4, understand that the extra reading is actually an experimental reading that the TOEFL is going to use for its own experimental research. So it's not going to count on your score. And I want you to avoid the potential nightmare of trying to guess which one is the experimental reading, because if you do that, you might make a mistake and then you're not going to secure the highest number of points possible. So you want to make sure to try your best on each reading if you do get 4. Now the next thing that I want to tell you is that each passage is going to be about 700 words long. And it's going to be followed by 14 questions, rarely 12 or 13, so you know the idea of it. That means that by the end, you're going to do 42 questions if you have 3 readings and 56 if you have 4. It's quite a bit of work, so we're going to teach you how to navigate through that confidently. The next thing I want to let you know is that on the computer screen, as you go through these readings, you're going to see a timer. Now it's going to count down from 60 minutes to 0 if you have 3 readings and from 80 minutes to 0 if you have 4. Of course, that means that you have 20 minutes per reading. The thing that we want to let you know is that you want to spend that much time on each reading. If you spend less than 20 minutes, it's a little bit disadvantageous because what's going to happen is that you're not going to spend as much time as you could on those tough questions, and as a result, you might not get them correct as often. The other thing you want to do is avoid spending too much time on a reading passage because, of course, then you're going to lose points because you're not going to complete them all. So let's dig deeper and really apply how to improve your score from all of this. Each passage is academic, and so it's going to follow a specific structure. Each passage is going to begin with the title that, of course, introduces the topic of the reading. The different topics you can get are oceanography, animal biology, art history, and many others. You want to make sure to guarantee the best preparation, that you do your research on those topics before you enter the TOEFL. That way you'll be familiar with the vocabulary and the ideas. You'll do a better job on the reading. If you're not quite sure what those topics are, keep watching the video. Now, below the title, you're going to see 5 to 7 paragraphs, rarely fewer or more, that are going to develop that topic introduced by the title. What you want to know is that you want to pay special attention to the first sentence of each of these paragraphs, because as you should know, the first sentence is what? Of course, the topic sentence. And the job of a paragraph is to develop and expand on the idea introduced by the topic sentence. So if you look at this image, the goal is to give you a visual breakdown of what we're talking about to help you more. The black boxes represent the title and the paragraphs, and as you see, the red lines are what you should pay special attention to as you read, the title and the topic sentences. By doing so, you're going to boost your comprehension. You're going to be a good active reader, so you want to make sure to do that. Now, as you know, you're going to have 42 or 56 questions to answer. It can be overwhelming, but the good thing is that these questions divide themselves into 9 question types, so you can be really structured and strategized, and that's what we're going to talk about next. Here are the 9 question types. Now, different books may use different titles, but the most important thing is that you know that there are 9 and you know what they are. So that when you do the reading, any question that you can get, you can immediately identify what question type it is and then remember the strategy for that question type that we teach. Now, if you can't do that, if you're unsure of it, don't worry. At the end of this video, we're going to introduce our free TOEFL course, which teaches you each question type and its strategy. So now let's talk about overall reading strategy. So as you work through the TOEFL reading, you want to know that the questions are going to appear next to the reading. And you want to take advantage of this by reading the questions first and then reading the passage to find the answer to that question. That way you're reading actively, you're going to boost your score tremendously. So here's the process in detail. First, read the question. Second, identify the question type. Third, remember the strategy for that question type that we teach and follow it. The strategy that we teach for each question type shows you how to attack the reading to find the answer as quickly and efficiently as possible. Once you do that for the first question, do that for the next question, and so on until you complete the TOEFL reading. Now, another point that I want to tell you is don't forget to use your comprehension too. Don't just follow strategy without digesting what you're reading. You want to read the TOEFL reading the way you would a magazine that you're interested in. You want to try to grab some information from it, learn what you're actually reading about. This is going to help you follow strategy better, and it's going to make it less likely that you're going to be tricked by tricky wrong answers in the answer choices. Now, the last thing is pretty important. I want to say it carefully and with focus. Don't doubt yourself. We all do it. It's natural. but doubt just decreases your efficiency, your focus, and your energy. It's normal, but what you want to do is when you make a mistake, which we all do and is going to happen, you just want to study it, you want to learn from it, and you want to move on. It's tough, but you can do it. Know that right now we're cracking the code to beat the TOEFL and get the score you need. Recognize that you are capable, that you just need practice and you just need application of what you're learning, and that with that, success is just around the corner. So I hope that makes sense. So now I want to move on to timing. And we can say this with 5 years of experience behind us. If you don't master your timing, your score is going to be inconsistent for the TOEFL reading and not as high as possible. So now we said that, what is timing mastery? It's when the timer determines when you choose your answer and move on to the next question instead of your emotions or your feelings. That's going to help you to be efficient and really get the maximum score possible. Now, what is the timing mastery that you have to actually follow, and how are you going to do this? Well, when you first see the reading, you're going to see the reading without the questions. At that point, you want to look at the timer and you want to see how much time you have left. Then you want to spend the next minute reading the title of the reading and skimming the topic sentences, the first sentences of every paragraph, as you know is very important. That's going to form a picture in your head about the entire reading. A rough picture, not a clear picture, but a good picture. And so when you read actively to find the answers, that's going to help you to understand more. Research has shown that, so you want to do it. So after that, you're going to look at the timer again, you're going to know how much time you have, and you're going to spend the next 6 minutes and 20 seconds answering the first group of 5 questions. After you finish that, you're going to look at the timer, how much time do I have left, 6 minutes and 20 seconds on the next 5 questions. And finally, you're going to look at the timer, you see how much time you have, you're going to spend 6 minutes and 20 seconds on the final 4 questions. As you know, you have 14 total. The reason is that the final questions are the most difficult. So this way, as you can see, you have fewer questions but the same time. So that's going to help you. Now to recap and to say it a little bit differently, for every question you want to spend on average 1 minute and 10 seconds to 1 minute and 20 seconds. So you're gauging the time, and when that timer kind of tells you it's time to move on, you have to guess and move on. That's going to be a tremendous help for you. Now the final question you want to spend about 2 minutes and 20 seconds on, and that's for summary question types. You always get one at the end of the reading. Now if you're not sure about what those question types are, how to attack them, remember at the end of the video we're going to show you about our free TOEFL course, How to Register, which is going to teach you the summary question along with all others in the strategy. Now what? How do you apply all this knowledge and use it to get real results for you? So here's the process. First, you want to be patient with yourself and your progress. Rushing is only going to increase your stress and ruin your performance, which is going to lower your TOEFL score. Second, you want to focus on one element at a time. You learn the structure, the passages, the question types, the overall strategy, and the timing for the TOEFL reading. A lot. What you want to do is review and apply one of these again and again until you feel confident and master it, and then move on to the next. Finally, I want you to use all of your resources. Remember that NoteFull is here for you 100%. So as we discussed earlier in the video, if you want or need more help, we've created a 13-lesson free email TOEFL course for you. You see, we take the TOEFL regularly and have broken it down to uncover everything you need to get from the score you're at, which is represented by that question mark there with S for start, all the way to a perfect 120, which our instructors get, which some of our students get. It is possible with F for finish. We've taken all of that material and we created a program called Complete TOEFL Mastery. Now that's our most successful program. So what we've done is we've taken elements from that program, as you see, and we've used it to create this video, which is why it's intended to get you real results. The exciting thing is that we've taken even more elements from Complete TOEFL Mastery to create our free 13-lesson email TOEFL course. So it's really powerful, and we've actually had a huge number of TOEFL success stories from students who registered for this course alone. It's going to teach you every question type for the reading, and it's going to teach you every strategy for each of those question types. And with equal intensity, it's going to prepare you to improve your score for the listening, the speaking, and the writing. To register, just click on that fish jumping to the next bowl, and you'll be taken to a page on our website where you'll create your account with us absolutely free, and you'll get your first lesson immediately. So I want to wish you good luck. I want you to remember that success is just around the corner, and don't forget to click on that link to get more help. So until next time, bye-bye.